Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and today I'm looking at more free games on Steam, in particular, The Misadventures of Detective Butler, Maiden Voyage Murder. Now, it's a little vague whether or not this is actually a kinetic novel, or a visual novel, because the reviews for it don't really explain whether there's any choices in the mystery, or if you're just clicking along to figure out what's going on, but I guess I'll see in the end. Developed and published by Goldbar Games, this was released May 2017 and boasts 29 musical tracks and a photo-filtered backgrounds. To be honest, that's not a great thing to boast. The tracks might be pretty impressive, we'll have to see, it's very thematic at the moment. But let us begin. I guess they have to put that there in case of lawsuits. Wouldn't there be a police, barrier around the body? No one speaks like that! So typically stereotype English that, yeah, again, no one speaks like that. Yet the body's been left lying in the street. Like, already my disbelief is pretty high, because you'd have the police come along, cordon off the area, interview the witnesses, get everyone out of the way, cover the area in like a small tent for forensics to come along, and then cut off the body in a body bag. Or is it just a bad description at the start? And that's tampering with a crime scene. No, it's obviously fallen out of one of the buildings. Has no one... Okay. It's been raining for 3 hours. There's a dead body with a knife in his chest. Everyone stood round it. Scotland Yard is apparently calling it an impossible crime. And your body's still there? Where's the police officers? There's nothing about this scene makes sense. I'm not even like 5 minutes in. Already know. It's a locked room mystery. That person was in a locked room, was found dead in the study. Everyone's like, how did anyone get in? It's not a suicide, it's a murder. Oh look, there's a corpse outside the building. Is it quite possible that the person who tried to climb in through the window or something got stabbed and fell out the window? Not even the police. I do not have high hopes. I really do not have high hopes. If this is the best it's got already... Knew it. Okay, that's a little unusual if the windows were closed. Wait, was it the key to the windows that was in the drawer? Ah. If you are out, what, in his actual tea is his drink, or like tea bags? Because if you were out walking a dog, by the time you come back, your tea will be cold. This is garbage. Makes no sense. What, and then tried to put it together from the outside? Have you been to London? Have you seen how narrow those ledges are? There's not a chance in hell you could do that. You could not take a whole window out of its frame. There's not a chance in hell. You need specialised equipment for that, and not something you can just put in your pocket. Also, you wouldn't be able to reattach the door hinges from the other side. Usually with doors, you can only access the hinges from one side. Traditionally the inside. The guy who's dead. Alright, that's just ludicrous. A knife throwing trap is incredibly impractical as well. Hell, the amount of pigeons in London would probably set that damn thing off. It's easier just to have, like, a very slippy section of roof. You purposely weaken a place where the tiles will slip off. But then again, you're damaging your own roof and that. Wait, what didn't they say at the start that there was a knife in the corpse, or was it just say a stabbed corpse? Also, how would you know if it was made of ice? You can't think, oh look, there's a wet patch, because it's been fucking raining for 3 hours. And also, how the hell? So he's got essentially a refrigerated knife-throwing trap. Oh my, jeez. As someone who reads murder mysteries, who's really likes murder mysteries, I've read everything from Terry Pratchett to bloody Hercule Poirot to Sherlock Holmes, and this is just ridiculous. I'm not speechless. I'm calling you a complete and utter hack. Okay, so he stayed at their mansion the night, and yet no one knows his name? This is trying too hard. It is really ridiculous. Alright, so no wonder. It's like he's reading a really crappy book and got a and made up a really, really crappy explanation. Relaxation, going to new places, potentially meeting people who are interesting. If it's a nice enough cruise ship, you have all sorts of local entertainment. You even have a damn swimming pool. Pretty much quite a few reasons to go on a cruise, unless you're like me and have horrible, horrible motion sickness. So the fact that he was essentially reading a crap mystery book has calmed me down a little bit, and the fact he's just a crap detective. How astute of you! Not necessarily. I'm in the middle of the bloody country, about 2 hours away from the coastline, and we get seagulls, because the seagulls are moving inland because they can get food easier. I don't care! I already don't care! Seagulls in Britain are horrible little gits. I mean, the ones that you get inland aren't so bad because they tend to be the very, very small ones, but the ones that hang around the beaches, the proper big gulls, they will try and mug you. I honestly wouldn't care if I saw one of those punched out the sky, and I have actually seen someone punch one of those after it attacked his kid. Sorry, I'm a little irate already with this. Not a good start. To be fair, a lot of fictional characters have real names. To be fair, I wouldn't really have the backgrounds as one of the selling points. These are essentially gathered photos from various locations, and they've just had a, you know, Photoshop effect put over the top of them. It's not like they've actually gone and drawn it themselves. Granted, it's not a terrible effect, but ugh. Depends if they had to buy the pictures or they just raided Google. Or they took them themselves. If they took them themselves, then I've got a bit more respect for it. Well, to be fair, you don't know if the service is top-notch, but if it's got a hell of a lot of features and upgrades, then yeah, you could probably rate it damn top-notch. It's like a hotel. If you've got a hotel where the room's the size of, I don't know, just the bed, and it's only just been made, you can tell it's a pretty crap hotel. But if it's like something where you've got an absolutely massive room with a double-sized bed and, you know, your own little cabinets and a TV, yes, that's a much better hotel. Sorry, I'm just being pedantic now. Oh, so it's actually an old ship that's just been remodeled. Wait, does the captain actually own the ship? That usually doesn't happen. Usually a company owns the ship and the captain is paid by the company to run the ship. Oh. So you're vermin! You mean you're undergoing a course at a local university? Because coursework's something you do whilst on a course to earn, you know, grades. Oh, nepotism at its best. I'm surprised the father, rather than screwing around with the school system and bribing people to get him into somewhere by giving large donations, why not hire the kid a tutor? Or he's obviously kind of bored and probably slightly depressed. I know that, and I still suffer that. Okay, I must admit, his artwork not quite as good as this guy's. It's not terrible. I've seen better though. It's just his arm. I don't know. There's something about how he just doesn't quite look right. Well, yes, because it's obviously still loading passengers and various other things. Well, if you don't work at the company, and she doesn't come to your house very often, probably not. Oh, accidentally caught right click there. That's quite handy, because I think I'm going to save, because I don't want to go through that. What the hell? Okay, I kind of like the effect there. The menu system's quite interesting. At least it's easy to read as well. I feel like they're trying to go for like a typewriter effect, or well, they're definitely going for a notepad style effect with the text box. It's not a terrible game so far. It's just the writing's a bit meh. Didn't seem particularly thrilled by that, and I imagine the rest of the company are also not particularly thrilled by that. If the kid's like, yeah, I'm the scared, it's not really doing a good first impression. Ah! Sorry. What's going on there? I may have to just inspect my mouse at the end of this. Okay, finally someone who doesn't have COO as their sort of title abbreviation. Wait, what do you mean take off? I mean depart. That's just dragging that out too much. Yes, bad memories, very typical, but you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't dwell on it. And with that, I think I'm going to stop now, and I'll catch you guys next video, and we'll go through this tour together.